This is the Uke Revolution, and I'm going to show you how to play the Anita Baker song Sweet Love. So all of this that's on the screen right now is going to come up during this lesson. So you've got lots of information to share. And as always, please remember this is a set of information. You will need to practice. Practice as you need to, go at your own pace, pause, rewind, watch something again, take screenshots, do whatever you need. This is not a one-on-one personal private lesson. This is a set of information. So you're going to take it and use it at your own pace. If you'd like to have the whole PDF song arrangement, you can check out Coffee. You can either join as a monthly member or you can check out the coffee shop, get some freebies there, and buy the single song sheet. You can also do an instant download purchase on Gumroad for the song sheet. And that's it. Let's get to it. One note about this arrangement, it is half a step down from the original to make the chords simpler to play. So you can use capo 1 to get the same key as the original, or you can tune your uke up a half step to G sharp, C sharp, F, and A sharp. Chord shapes. Okay, A major 7, first chord here is 1 1 0 0, so it's the top 2 strings of the first fret. There are other A major 7 shapes, but I like this one. It lends itself to other chords in the song. One of them is the F major 7 here, so it's the same position, but it's on the 5th fret. And also the E suspended 4, this only comes up one time in the song, but you're going to move that F major 7 shape down 1 fret, so it's 4 4 0 0, the top 2 strings of the 4th fret. We also have D minor 7, E minor 7, F, D. We have A7 suspended. This is also known as A7 suspended 4. This chord font just doesn't have the number 4 on it, but you'll see it notated throughout this arrangement as suspended 4 because that's what it is. And then A7. These come together in the song during the bridge. Just use your pointer finger and move it down. Whichever you like. Them's the chord shapes. Let's look at the different sections of the song. And we'll look at the intro later. It's similar to other parts of the song, but it's just a little bit different. So let's look at the verse chords. In between all of these forward slashes is 4 beats. So when you see one chord in between the slashes, that chord gets 4 beats. For bars like this one's the easiest one for me to point at and show you. It's divided up into beats and then half divisions of the beat. So this F with a hyphen is 1 and. Then there's another hyphen before the D minor 7. That's 2 and. And then we've got 3 and, 4 and. So each chord name is half of a beat and each hyphen is half of a beat. 1 and, 2 and. Wait, I can make it really big. Okay, made it really big so you can see. 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and. So that's why there's so many hyphens, so many little split up things, because often we're changing to a chord on the and of a beat, on the and of 2. Happens a lot in this song. So the F is 1 and then there's another 2, this hyphen, and the D minor 7 comes on and. 1 and 2 and. That division of beat inside the bar happens a lot in this song, so I wanted to really point it out. And it lends itself to one of the strum patterns that we use later. So for example, we have A major 7 for 4, D minor 7 for 4, F major 7 for 4, and then we have E minor 7 on the 1, and F coming on the and of 2. 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And this D, and this happens so often in this song, this D chord comes on the 4 in that bar. E minor 7 on 1, F on the and of 2, D on the 4. And you really have to anticipate that D because it's kind of a surprise until you get used to it. And usually it's coming on the lyric of the next section of the song. So for example, on the verse, when it comes here in the verse on the 2nd line at the very end, it's actually the first word of the chorus that comes after it. So this is kind of like the trickiest thing about the song and just takes a little bit of getting used to. It's going to come before you think something should happen. The same thing happens on line 2, A major 7 for 4, D minor 7 for 4, F major 7 for 4, same thing again, but we're going to end it differently. We have F on the 1, strum down F again on the and of 2, and D on the 4. So I'm going to play it slowly and count it. And if you want to try to follow along, you can, or you can just listen the first time and then rewind it and play along, whatever you want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, D, 2 and 3 and 4 and F, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and A, D, F, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we'll go right into the chorus after the verse. Again, we have A major 7 for 4, D minor 7 for 4, F major 7 for 4, and then we've got that funky rhythm happening. This time, D minor 7 is on the 1, F is on the and of 2, and D, as usual, is on the 4. So if we play this one slowly with just a down strum, 1, 2, 3, 4, A, D, F, D, F, D, A, play it again, and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That chorus part is the I'm in love, sweet love. So for the bridge, we have D minor 7 for 4. Now we're going to do that 1 and the and of 2 rhythm with A7 suspended 4 and A7. And we do that 3 times. And then at the end of the bridge, we have F on the 1, D minor 7 on the and of 2, F major 7 on the 1, F major 7 on the and of 2, and then you sneak down to the E suspended 4 on the 4 for 1 beat. This chord comes in for 1 beat. So that said, if you want to leave it out and just play F major 7 for this last bar, it would not be awful. You could totally do that. If we play this slowly, just strumming down, 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and do it again, D, A7, A7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and F, D, F, F, 4. Let's look at some strum stuff. What we've been doing so far with the 1 and the and of 2 change is going to happen in this strum pattern. This is down, pat, down, pat. So we're strumming down, whatever chord it is, on the 1. Then we pat with the palm, or you can even knock with your knuckles like this if you want to, on the 2. And then the chord comes again on the and of 2, just like is in the arrangement of the chords we just looked at. And then you can pat again on the 4, if there's not a chord. If there's a chord on the 4, then you would strum down. If you have these chords that have 4 beats, they're the whole measure, then you can use this strum pattern, down, pat, down, pat. For example, if you do the A major 7 chord, it would sound like this. Down, pat, down, pat, down, pat, down, pat, down, pat, down, pat. And I'll show you the little note that's on here. This is directly from the song sheet arrangement. This strum is good for verses, the bars with 1 chord. Other bars, just 1 down strum per chord. So that would be the ones that have a change on the 1 and the and of 2, but you can still throw in the pat to make a little rhythmic exchange for yourself. In the chorus, the piano in the original arrangement picks up and it's going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and plunk, 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 plunk. So you can do a really light, just continuous down strum that happens on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you want to mimic that piano sound in the original, if you want to finesse it just a little bit more, is emphasize the strum on the 1 and the and of 2. On those particular changes that we keep talking about. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. For these other 2 strum patterns, we're going to subdivide the beats, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. It's called the subdivided beat. So this is taking the same idea with the change on the 1 and the and of 2 and a little bit of a percussive sound on the 2 and the 4, making it just a little strummier, a little more rhythmic. Down, up chunk, down, up chunk, down, up chunk, down, up chunk, down, up chunk. So you would play this strum pattern for chords that have a whole bar, like the A major 7, D minor 7, and F major 7. And then on the last bar, when you have a lot of changes, you just strum down for each one. So if I play the verse with this first one, it'll sound like this. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a down, up chunk, 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 down, 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 up chunk, 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 down, down, down. Then we're going to add just a little bit more of rhythmic stuff. Down, up chunk, down, chunk, flick, flick, down, up chunk, down, chunk, flick, flick, down, up chunk, down, chunk, flick, flick. And on that flick, flick at the end, it's a flick. It's not really a solid up strum because it's when you're changing chords. So that's the moment that you change chords. And it's more like an upward chunk. That will be the sound because you're changing chords. So I'll try it with the chorus chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up chunk, down, chunk, flick, flick, down, up chunk, down, chunk, flick, flick, down, up chunk, down, chunk, flick, flick, down, 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 chunk, flick, flick, D minor 7, F major 7, down, down, down. So I'm going to show you all of the parts with the lyrics, and then I will play the whole thing with a beat. So here's the intro. It's a little bit different than the other parts of the song. We have A major 7 for 4, F major 7 for 4, D minor 7 for 4. Then we have F, 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 D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Instead of a chord just on the 1 and on the and of 2, we've got F, F on the 1 and for this last bar on the first line of the intro. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then kind of the same thing happens. So there's A major 7, F major 7, D minor 7 for 4 each. And then we're back to the 1 and the and of 2 thing, F on the 1 and the and of 2, D on the 4, and that's when you start singing. So I'm going to play the intro and verse with the lyrics. I'm just going to do the down pat strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor 7, F major 7, D minor 7. Here we go, F, F. F, 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 D, A, F, D, F, F. With all my heart, I love you, baby. Stay with me, and you will see my arms will hold you, baby. Never leave, 'cause I believe in this. There's a D at the end, but it comes on the lyric in the next part, which I'm going to show you right now. One other little note, I put these D's in italics, so you can kind of remember, oh, that's the one I have to anticipate a little bit. So here it is. Here's the D coming from the end of the verse. 1, 2, 3, I'm in love, sweet love. Hear me calling out your name, but I feel no shame. I'm in love, sweet love. Don't you ever go away, it'll always be this way, my. And then again, the verse is coming with the D, the verse after this. All right, so then we're going to look at the lyrics for the bridge and the verse that comes after it, so you can see how they go together. So this lyric's going to come right before we play the D minor 7. Count in 1, 2, 3, and then we sing There's No. 1, 2, 3. There's no stronger love in the world. Oh, baby, no. You're my man, I'm your girl. I'll never go. Wait and see, can't be wrong. Don't you know this is where you belong? We're back to the chorus with the D. The outro has kind of a different little thing going on. It's A major 7 for 4, D minor 7 for 4, F major 7 for 4. This is familiar. Then we have a little bit different exchange in the last bar. We have D minor 7 for 2, F for 1, and D for 1. So that will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. A major 7. A major 7. Did I say minor? D minor 7. F major 7. D, F, D. And then you just repeat it. So this last chorus with the outro, I'll show you. 1, 2, 3. I'm in love. Sweet love. Hear me calling out your name, but I feel no shame. I'm in love. Sweet love. Don't you ever go away. It'll always be this way. And a sweet love. And a sweet love. Etc. And then when you get to the end, you can end on A major 7. Sweet love, yeah. Okay, let's play a whole thing with a beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, F, D. Here comes that F, 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 F. Stay with me, and you will see my arms will hold you, baby. I never leave, 'cause I believe I'm in love. We're on the chorus. Sweet love, yeah, they calling out your name, but I feel no shame. I'm in love. Sweet love, don't you ever go away. It'll always be this way. Verse 2. Heart has called me closer to you, and I will be all that you need. Just trust in what we're feeling and never leave, 'cause baby, I believe I'm in love. Sweet love, hear me calling out your name, but I feel no shame. I'm in love. Sweet love, don't you ever go away. It'll always be this way. Bridge, there's no stronger love in this world. Oh, baby, no. You're my man, I'm your girl. I never go, wait and see, can't be wrong. Don't you know this is where you belong? Oh, sweet without a trumpet solo, right? Yay! Thanks for playing along, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, click like. You can hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you can keep up with what I'm doing here at the Uke Revolution. And I will see you next time with another lesson or play along or a live show. Peace out, everybody. Happy strumming and stay funky. Goodbye.